Hey everybody, today just to make a quick video about how phantom spawning works. I'm joined by Methods.
Hello.
And yeah, let's first explain how it works. So I ran across a really interesting post on a technical Minecraft Reddit by dr-henchman. He read the deobfuscated code and found out how it works exactly. So let's go through it. So the phantom spawns regardless of the mob cap. So even if you already have, I don't know, 100 zombies from a spawner or something else, they would spawn regardless of that. Then they also despawn like normal mobs, so if they're out of range, they would despawn, and pretty much it works the same. Then they don't drop XP yet. Maybe this is not intended. Not sure why they wouldn't. They spawn every 12 to 2400 ticks. So this is about 60 seconds to 120 seconds, it's a bit random. They also only spawn at night in the overworld. In the end dimension, they spawn all the time. They spawn only above sea level. So here we are standing at Y71. So they would spawn here. If I go a little bit lower, then the phantom spawning stops. Since the way it works is that what's really important is the player's spot. So only if you have a block below your feet where mobs can spawn on, then you get phantom spawning. Also, what's really important is that you need sky access. So if you just put a block above you that blocks skylight, then the phantom spawning is already disabled. So you don't need to worry about AFKing in a farm, for example, that is not related to the phantoms, if you just put a block above you in order to block the skylight access. Then something else, they start spawning if you haven't slept within 3 days, or to be precise, 72,000 ticks. And there's an increasing chance that they would spawn. So there's attempt to spawn them every 1200 to 2400 ticks. Has a certain chance, depends on how long you haven't slept. So there's a 1 in 4 chance on day 4, so basically in the first night when they can spawn. Then it increases to 2 in 5, 3 and 6 and so on, 4 and 7. At some point you almost reach 100% if you just wait long enough. The mobs are spawned 20 to 34 blocks above the player and up to 10 blocks to the side. And usually spawns a pack of 1 to 4 mobs. And they spawn regardless of if there are blocks above. So this was an attempt we did first to make a simple farm out of it. Just fill it up with blocks. They would immediately get suffocated. And at the top you could just collect the leather, which gets transported up with the item elevator effect with a minecart, or you could also put a water stream on top. This actually works, so we AFK'd a little bit, and as you can see here we got some leather from very simple farm. You could also replace this with glass blocks, for example, and then they just get stuck and you could later kill them with looting. Such a concept would definitely work. But I searched on YouTube a little bit and people pretty much build already farms on day 1. So I want to show a farm that is based quite closely on Mr. Tiger's phantom farm. So it works like this. Maybe Method, you can get in there. And I'll just summon a phantom. This is how you would make a farm out of it. Summon phantom. Unknown entity. Just wrote it wrong. Okay. Okay, so they would be attracted by the player. Try to reach the player. Fly in from the side and get pushed down by the water, and they would just drown after a while. So again, I also put a link in the description to Mr. Tiger's video. It's almost the same, just changed it up a little bit at the top, since you used water that would flow out if you updated it. Okay, so they get drowned. We also made a looting farm out of it. So Methods could maybe change position. So this is the second concept. It's pretty much the same. The phantoms get flushed down, and then they get pushed into water stream and then be brought in front of the player. So if you use an AFK clicking script, for example, which Methods is doing right now, just need to whack them and you get actually quite a lot of leather. So summon a few phantoms right there. Obviously you would only get 1 to 4 every 90 seconds on average. Yeah, so they fly straight in and then get flushed in front with method sort. Okay, we also did a little test earlier. They actually drop a lot of leather at the moment. So we got 7.2 leather on average with looting per phantom. This is quite a lot. So if I go through this example right there, where they would spawn 2.4 mobs on average every 90 seconds on average, you could actually get 700 leather per hour with such a farm, which is quite decent. I mean, it's not a lot of effort. You definitely want to build it in the end dimension, since the phantoms can only spawn at night in the overworld, but all the time in the end. So this would be, yeah, nice starter leather farm, I guess. And you don't need to feed any cows or whatever. So it's actually a feasible concept. But again, I want to mention this, we're still in the snapshots, so this might change at any moment. Farm might not work. I just thought it would be interesting to maybe try it out a little bit, work with the phantom. Right, that's it for this video. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Bye bye.